don't give a damn if you don't ever care about. Why don't you leave me alone? I'm gonna ride for her and I'm gonna win strong. I'm gonna go from channel to channel. I don't give a damn if you think it's a scandal. I love light skin girl. They make my world happen. All I mess with is light skin girl. I'm in love with light skin girl. All I mess with is light skin girl. I'm in love with all I mess with. Welcome, everybody. This is D. Durrell with D. Durrell Life Solutions. Happy to be here once again. Not doing content in the office. Now I'm at my home office now. I'm going to do some content that's going to kind of go in a different direction. I'm going to start focusing again as I talk about relationships. Also part of some of the new content I'm going to be doing. I'm also going to be focusing on issues as it relates to celebrities, entertainers, athletes, and etc. That's all related to that. And I'm also going to talk about mental health issues that relate to them, even issues of death, murder, grieving, substance abuse, and so on. So for today, guys, I'm going to do content on our brother, Young Dolph. Now, for many of you that don't know, and that do know, Young Dolph has recently passed away. There's been a lot of controversy as it relates to who killed him, why they killed him. There are issues in regards to why did he stay in the city of Memphis? Why didn't he move out of Memphis? But it also speaks to the jealousy, the envious behavior of people in our community for those who've made it. It speaks to the criminality that revolves around hip hop because this continuously happens. I also want to tackle on, and I've touched on this a lot. I talk about grief a lot. The fact that now this man has children who are going to have to grieve over the fact that their dad is not coming back. It touched me as I read an article that spoke on the fact that the mother stated, the wife, by the way, that she has to tell her children that their dad is not coming back home. See, there's a lot of mental health issues that will revolve around the fact that this man is no longer going to be here to provide for his family. These children have to live the rest of their life with a void of the fact that their dad was senselessly killed. This woman is going to now have to grieve over the loss of her husband and now make a decision how she's going to go about living the rest of her life. Is she going to marry again? Is she going to ever date again? So forth. Is she going to even enjoy life? How will she fill this void? Well, she can't really fill the void, but how can she move on with being a mother, no longer a wife, now she's widowed? Could she ever love another man the same way she loved him? Does she even want to have more children? See, she's not thinking about that now because right now she's thinking about the fact that she's sleeping in a bed and this man is not in his bed anymore. This man is not able to be there to love her. This man is not there to be there for her emotionally, physically, sexually, spiritually. They can't have a great Thanksgiving. This is not going to be a good Thanksgiving for the children and the mother. This will not be the best Christmas without them. They're going to constantly, for this first year or so, attempt to enjoy life without the fact this man is alive. This is facts. These are the facts. This is what they're going to have to deal with. Family. The multitude of phone calls and people faking like they really care. I can imagine the amount of people that called her the first few days. Repetitively repeating the same issues. Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, he was this. Yes, he was that. I loved him. Yes, thank you for the support. Thank you for calling. But after a time, that gets overwhelming. The preparation for the funeral. The financial. Now she has to take on responsibility of all of his finances that he left behind and make sure that he's entitled to all the money he was supposed to get or that they're supposed to get without him being. She is in total control of his estate. If he owned his own music, she is now responsible for that. The management of all financial activity is now going to go through his wife. See, that is a hard thing to do. That is very difficult. That's going to be very difficult for her to deal with. This is not going to be easy for her. Now she has to learn to cope. I've talked about the 5 stages of grief. She's going to have to deal with feeling angry that somebody killed her husband. She's going to be angry. She's going to be depressed. She's going to be bargaining. What if I did this? Or maybe I could have did this. I could have changed his mind. Maybe I should have told him we should have moved the hell out of Memphis. These are the topics that she is constantly going through her mind. Probably confiding with her mom, her sisters, her brothers, because everybody that's close to her is trying to give her all this advice and say this and that. Now, I'm not a fan of Young Dolph because I don't listen to a lot of the new hip hop stuff. A lot of the songs redundant, repetitive. I've heard him on he had some hits. Yes, some of the stuff that I heard him sing on and rap on was good music. I'm not gonna say he wasn't talented. I didn't even know he was from Memphis. I thought he was from Atlanta. But obviously the brother lived a good life. He was settled. He was a family man. He helped others. He was an asset to the community. And I applaud any black man for being an asset to the community, regardless of me not liking their music or not. He was an asset. And I commend him on being an upstanding black man. We need more of them. But he is not the epitome of the average rapper that we see. He's not. He is not the epitome of the average hip-hop star. He's actually the minority. And that's facts. Now, they say that they have people. I'm not going to say the names of people allegedly this and that because those sources to me are not the most reputable from what I've heard. Until I hear otherwise and do more content on this, then I may speak on it. But until then, I'm not going to speak on it. All I'm going to focus now on the fact that this brother died, and I'm talking about all the mental health issues, all of the factors that involve the family that he left behind. His wife, his children, his sisters and brothers, his mother, his parents. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm assessing at this point. And the fact that it's going to be hard and long. It happened during the holidays. They're going to have to go next year without him. His kids are going to constantly be bombarded with people telling them how great their father was. I would encourage the wife to move out of Memphis. Now, she probably won't do that because she probably, hey, some people like to keep it real. They want to stay home. But I actually believe they deserve a change in scenery. Get in an environment where people don't know you so you don't have to be bombarded and your children don't with everything, where people are basically talking to you based on what your husband did instead of about you. Like, it would be good to just tell this lady, Mrs. So-and-so, how are you? How are you and your children? But there are going to be people who are just, simultaneously saying, hey, so-and-so, man, your husband was the bomb, man. His music was this, man. I miss him, man. I know, I want to give him, it's going to be leading with that. Not that anything is, I understand, but it gets redundant, it's repetitive. People are going to get tired of hearing that. She's going to get tired of hearing it after a while. So my heart goes out to Young Dolph. It goes out to his family. I hope that they get the proper support, maybe possible mental health counseling, family therapy. She may need it, grief counseling. I think that most people don't do it. I hope she may consider that. I would encourage that she does. And that was my purpose for doing the video. It's to help her and her family cope through their loss. Just so happened this loss was someone that everybody knew when he was very popular. So this is D. Durrell Life Solutions. Have a great day.